Hello platforms of the world. I watched a really eye-opening video the other day on Facebook that was 15 minutes long, and it's about money and how money's disappearing, because it is. It's disappearing. So, there's this at the moment the way the banking systems work is that it really explains it. It talks about how if I go into Argos and spend £50, the money doesn't instantly transfer. It goes to like this centralised place where it's transferred at the end of the day. Okay, and all the banks have distributed their money via this system and the Bank of England. When you ring up a bank and you ask for a loan and they go, I'm sorry, you're not going to get a loan today, but the next day you might get a loan because they record the money back. Remember that like a bank can only hold 10% of the money that it has in its fucking vaults. It's all to do with that. So they have like an opening and closing stock at the end of the day when transactions come in and out, etc. So that happens, it's fractional reserve banking. It's a little bit more complicated than the old school gold standard. So during the lockdown, all of us were all going on about how, they're going to use these restrictions in order to enforce new ways of life and how they could use certain things for that. Now, if they replaced cash with a wallet on your telephone, your mobile phone on video, my mobile phone, so I can't show you, and you go into a shop and that's a lot of people have got banking on their phone already and they go, and they play with Apple Pay and whatever else. Well, that system, if it was in place, would be a live transaction. So as I spend the 50 quid, the 50 quid leaves instantly. There's no checks. But with that kind of system, you can tell exactly where I've spent the money. With the system now, if I went into Argos and spent 50 quid, you can trace it, but you can trace the 50 quid left, but you don't necessarily know what you've bought or the goods you've bought. What you spent 50 quid in Argos on what? You'd have to really investigate, and then Argos would have to give information to banks and agencies and to find out what you're actually buying. But if you're using an actual live digital wallet that took the money instantly like that, they'd know what you're buying. So then your cash wallet could be used in such a way that it would be detriment to...
in the UK, which will be enforced using smart...
Yeah, this is a smart money thing. So if a lockdown happened and you've got smart money and the government said, right, you can't travel from Bedford to Luton. Okay? So what we're going to do is restrict your monetary wallet to only work in the county of Bedfordshire or within a mile to 2 radius of your home, which they could do through that app. They could also restrict how much, say there's a fuel crisis. When all these people were queuing up in the forecourt for petrol, they could actually put a restriction on how many litres each person is allowed, right? And that would happen via smart money. Like during the lockdown, there was all this time where, it's essential goods, you can't buy it unless it's essential. Well, and a lot of the supermarkets in this country, sectioned off parts of... Well, you wouldn't be able to buy them, it'd be denied with the smart app. They could put sugar taxes on you, like you're only allowed so... The country's getting obese, so we're going to put a sugar tax on people. All these things could be, in theory, placed onto a smart wallet. Also, a smart wallet, you've got all your money on a phone, there's a security risk. So that's perfect, because the amount of people who get their phone nicked or lost, and there'll be security issues there, won't there? So then they'll suggest you have it put under your skin, because it's more secure. So then what will happen then is people want to steal your money. They'll cut your hand off for your chip. It doesn't matter what level of security, someone always can get into that lock at some point. Okay? But the thing that with money is the moment we give that up, you're giving up complete freedom and giving complete control to your government on a level that's people haven't really thought about. And it seems that a lot of the fucking population, I've said it over and over again, are giving up their freedoms for the sake of fucking convenience. Oh, it's convenient to go, doop. Yeah, okay, contactless tap and whatever it is. It's convenient in a pub. for a pint. Not to go and buy a fucking dishwasher in a fucking supermarket, in a like, you know, electrical shop. I'd rather, like, you know, put the pin in to know it's me, you know, or sign a signature. You don't tap. No, I'm sorry, but it's inevitable that things are going to get digitalised and things are going to be, you know, but with any system, the moment you make it electronic and the power goes off, what happens? So when you haven't got a phone charger, you can't charge your phone up, you can't spend money. When the electricity goes off, or the sun has a and knocks out the grid, because it will happen one day, what are you going to do? How are you going to charge a car? How are you going to do anything? You can't. Oh, it's all right, we use solar panels. There's never any backup system. When the computer system goes down at work, right, unless you've downloaded the email and stored it onto a fucking computer, right, I don't know what's in stock. The amount of times we've had the computer system go down, it's like, oh, has anyone downloaded the spreadsheet? No. Oh, sorry, we can't find your parcel. I'll have to look through all the parcels for that date and see if I can locate it. Can you wait there? Before you know it, you've got 35 people in the fucking queue because someone didn't download a fucking spreadsheet. Because that's the paper version. What you should do every day is print the paper version off every day, because that's the safeguard for when the electric goes down. So a lot of these things are not thought about. It's like dealing with automation. I've said it over and over again. Soon we won't have shops where I just have shop fronts. You'll have a room, 10 by 10 room that you go in, scan a QR code to collect your parcel. Or to collect your shopping. Click and collect. It'll be click and collect for everything. And soon there won't be a person manning that click and collect. It'll be, hello, welcome to da da da. You know, one of these automated fucking tills. It really gets to me how people are not bothered by it. I don't understand how people are not bothered by this situation. It's too much hassle, it's not convenient. It's not convenient. Not convenient to go. Not convenient to walk up to a shop thingy and take money out and give someone money. How's that not? What's not convenient about it? Oh, what? Because you have to put the money in the bank each week. Oh, do you have to pay someone to do that? It's just unbelievable. I just don't understand the level of, you know. And then people bang on about, we went to war for that. Why? Because you've just bent over backwards, give up fucking cash and been fucked up the arse because of convenience. So people have died for freedom, but you've given it up because it's not convenient. Do you see how fucking ludicrous this sounds? And why, I don't understand why other people aren't angry. Why are people not angry? Why? Well, I'm not angry like, oh my God, I'm angry. It just grates me that people can't see the bigger picture. How are people losing this or missing this? I'll give you a little segment of this video.
Drastic reduction in fossil fuel use will help protect against climate change. The government has announced limits on petrol and diesel use for all individuals in the UK, which will be enforced using smart money. Each wallet will be limited to a purchase of 15 litres per week, after which the wallet will be prevented from making any further purchases in that week.
Ah, bollocks.
Growing concerns over obesity and bad health will be tackled using the Smart Money Network. The government proposes to limit the total number of sugary foods that each digital wallet can purchase in any given month.
What?
Experts say that the new pandemic, which is 10 times more contagious and deadly than coronavirus, can only be defeated by minimising all human contact and staying home as much as possible. In order to enforce this, all digital wallets will only work within 1 mile of the address at which
They won't do that. It's against human rights.
Shopping times will be staggered so that you can only make purchases for a 2-hour period each day. All non-essential item purchases will be rejected.
Jesus Christ.
The government, in a move to stimulate growth in the economy, is trying to ensure that all benefit money paid out to the public is spent within an appropriate time period.
Well, the money's got a shelf life now. But you get the general idea. Now, I can hear you all going, oh, they won't do that. Don't be silly. They won't do that. Everyone said that about vaccines, didn't they? Everyone said that about non-essential. Everyone said that about everything during this pandemic. They won't do that. It's against human rights. They won't do that. Fucking, I know they done that because I was one of the unvaxxed who said no. And the amount of fucking shit I got from everyone, near enough, not, obviously there's an exception, but 80% of people were like, what the hell, man? You can't, especially in the beginning because of the fear. Yeah, I can't say no more. I think you all know what I want to say, but I can't. I just don't know what else to say to it. I'm just kind of, I'm ready to go and live in a tree. Peace, love and light.